Mata Tirtha Ausi, or Mother's Day today. The day is dedicated to all the mothers as children offer sweets and delicacies as a show of love, affection and respect to their mothers. Every year, a fair is also hosted at Mata Tirtha in the capital's Thankot, where people pray for the eternal peace of the departed soul of their mothers. Taking this opportunity, we at Kantipur Television also wish to extend the greeting of the Happy Mother's Day to our viewers. Good morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanama and these are the headlines of the hour. Government pledges to achieve double-digit growth in 4 years in annual policies and programs to create 500,000 new jobs and increase social security allowance. Opposition alleges the government's policies and programs as being over-ambitious. Nepali Congress terms them traditional and full of mere promises. In a disturbing late development, increasing volumes of open spaces viewed significant from the environment and disaster prevention fall prey at the hands of alleged land mafias in Kathmandu Valley. And KKR clinches a morale-boosting win over Kings 11 Punjab to keep their hopes alive for playoff qualification under the Indian Premier League. The government has unveiled its policies and programs for the upcoming fiscal year, keeping infrastructure development, promotion of entrepreneurship and employment, poverty alleviation and good government under priority. President Vidyadevi Bhandari unveiled the policies and programs at a joint meeting of the Federal Parliament yesterday evening. The government has also prioritized railway and ship in its policies and programs. The government has pledged to initiate works for East-West Electronic Highway in the upcoming fiscal year and complete the assessment of Kathmandu-Kerung and Kathmandu-Raksol railways and has planned to complete the project works within the next 2 years. The government has also given priority to the large hydropower projects like Budi Gandaki project, transmission line and tunnelways. Likewise, the government has promised to accomplish all national pride projects as per scheduled deadlines and produce 1,000 megawatts of electricity within the next 1 year. The government has introduced a policy aimed at encouraging the private sector to expand their investment and has anticipated the generation of 500,000 employment opportunities in both public and private sectors. The government has also envisioned a double-digit economic growth in the coming days. In its policies and programs, the government has pledged to blacktop the roads under all local governments within the next 4 years and ensure around-the-clock operation of the international airport. Similarly, the government has pledged to take back the encroached public lands, punish the guilty involved in the land encroachment cases, and introduce policies aimed at attracting the country's youths in the agriculture sector. The government has also pledged to ensure electricity access to every household and implement the much-touted contribution-based social security scheme within the next fiscal year. Senior leaders of major political parties have made a mixed remarks over the government's policies and programs. The main opposition Nepali Congress has alleged that the policies and programs lack innovative approach and has said it turned out to be the very traditional rhetoric with a number of glossy and over-ambitious promises. The leaders of other opposition parties as well said that the government failed to come up with the policies and programs in accordance with the country's contemporary needs. Likewise, leaders of almost all parties in the parliament have criticized the president for saying "my government" instead of "our government" or Nepal government while unveiling the policies and programs. In its policies and programs unveiled last year, the government had pledged for double-digit economic growth and establishment of industrial regions in all 7 provinces, among other flamboyant programs. The policies and programs unveiled this time have also given continuity to the same assurances, despite the implementation aspects remaining sluggish. The pledge for doubling the per capita income of Nepalese is also the continuity of the old promise. Likewise, the programs such as establishing a joint service facility of industries, increasing productivity and developing the agriculture sector were announced in last year's policies and programs as well. The government had promised to accomplish the Melamchi drinking water project within a year in both the previous fiscal years. The government has made the same promise this time as well without even preparation to complete the project's remaining work. After failing to do away with the transport syndicate despite repeated assurances, the government, however, has not made any pledges to scrap the syndicate this time around. The pledges of providing relief and benefits to farmers have continued this fiscal year as well, while the previous promises in this regard have hardly witnessed any development. In a disturbing late development, it is not only the public land but a number of open spaces viewed significant from the environment and security ground have also fallen prey at the hands of alleged land mafias. Even as the government declared 8,000 ropanis of land inside the capital as open space in the year 2012, the volume of open land has been constrained over the years due to relentless encroachment. The Home Ministry in the year 2012 had declared 83 places as open spaces considering the environment and disaster prevention. Later, in 2015, the Kathmandu Valley Development Authority identified 878 spaces, big and small, as open spaces. However, in the past few years, encroachment has intensified in a huge proportion. This 214 ropanis of land at Brikuti Mandap, which was once identified as open space, is currently being used for business activities. The previously owned 28 ropanis of land by Social Welfare Council at Lainchor is now being converted into official residence for the Vice President. Once an open ground, concrete buildings of Dairy Development Corporation and Nepal Scout stand over it now. Likewise, this space in Kamalpokuri, once a pond, is now used by Russian Culture Center. Lalitpur Metropolitan Office in Pulchok has also used open space land. The condition of Tunic Hill that was once spread over 276 ropanis of land is not hidden from anybody as well. The 18 ropanis of land of Sano Gocharan has also been encroached to build government offices. No one has the specific data on the volume of land encroached, but the open spaces in Kathmandu Valley is fast becoming a thing of past. The abuse of social media like Facebook, among others, has increased with the easy access to internet services up to the village levels, leading to various social crimes and gender violence. In this context, we had asked the teenagers in Patsa district what sorts of difficulties have they been facing while using the social media sites. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public voice.
मेरो एकजना साथीले मेरो फेसबुकको फेक आईडी बनाएर अरूसँग च्याट गर्ने गरिरहेको मैले थाहा पाएँ र मलाई धेरै जनाले भन्नुभयो त्यतिखेर मैले फेसबुकको आईडी पनि खोलेको थिएन
मेरो फेसबुक अकाउन्ट नचिनेको मान्छेबाट ह्याक हुन्छ हैन अनि त्यहाँ भएको साथीहरुलाई अब जे पाए त्यही भन्ने नराम्रो कुराहरु गर्ने
केटाले केटीको फेक आईडी बनाएर उसको रियल फोटोलाई क्रिएट गरेर नराम्रो अलिक अस्तित्व चित्रहरु यो गरेर पब्लिकमा बदनाम गर्ने
मेरै नामबाट मेरो फोटो लगाएर मेरो सबै त्यो आईडीबाट मैले जुन पब्लिक गरिरहेको थिए त्यो कुराहरु राखेर जुन अर्को साथीले मेरो आईडी बनाएको थियो मेरो फ्यामिलीहरु एड गरिएको थियो त्यहाँनेर जे पाए त्यही पोस्ट गरिएको थियो जुन कुराले मलाई धेरै आफ्नो उतोमा किनभने त यस्तो केटी रहेछस् भनेर त्यतिखेर कसैले मलाई त्यो भन्ने पनि गर्नुभयो
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, how do you find the government's policies and programs? Your options are A, enthusiastic, B, ambitious, and C, ordinary. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And time now for the sports update.
Sports news.
Kolkata Knight Riders chalked out a comprehensive 7 wickets victory over Kings 11 Punjab in the Indian Premier League match played last night. With the win, KKR has kept its chances alive for a play-off berth. Sent in to bat first in the home turf in Mohali, Punjab posted a healing-looking 100 83 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Following the loss of 2 early wickets of KL Rahul and Chris Gayle, the innings was provided momentum by Mayank Agarwal and Nicholas Puran. Agarwal scored 36 runs while Puran made 48 runs. Some lusty hitting towards the end of the innings by Sam Curran, who top scored with 55 runs, ensured that Punjab post a competitive total. Chasing 184 runs for victory, KKR made a mockery of the total, achieving the required runs, losing only 3 wickets in 18 overs. Shubman Gill continued with his good form with the bat, scoring 65 runs. The other opener, Chris Lean, struck 46 runs. After a rollicking start, the win was a formality as Andre Russell scored 24 runs and Robbie Uthappa contributed 22 runs. And it's now time for our special segment, Media Watch.
President Bidya Devi Bhandari, who left on a state visit to China on 24th of April to participate in the Belt and Road Initiative Summit in Beijing, returned home on Wednesday. During her visit, President Bhandari met Chinese President Xi Jinping and extended an invitation to visit Nepal. Nepal and China signed the Transport and Transit Protocol, which Foreign Affairs Minister Pradeep Gewali said is one of the achievements of the President's China visit. Altogether, 7 agreements were signed on Monday, including economic and technical assistance between the two countries, cooperation and friendly administrative assistance between the Chinese Customs Administration and Nepal's Department of Customs, standard certification and conservation of archaeological and cultural heritage. In the country's first account, bird flu has claimed the life of a person from Kavri district. The Health Ministry confirmed the death of a 21-year-old youth due to the bird flu virus. However, the identity of the deceased has not been disclosed yet. The saliva test reports received from Japan on Tuesday, 30th of April, confirmed the bird flu virus. Bird flu virus was first detected in Nepal in Chapa district in 2009. The trend of plotting land following encroachment of public property illegally is increasing in the country. Alleged land mafias have been encroaching public land in Changunaran municipality of Kantipur and plotting them in the pretext of excavating soil for brick factories in the Tathali region. The Changunaran municipality has strictly prohibited the use of dozers in the core city area. However, land mafias have not just been indifferent towards the rule, but have also been encroaching the public land. According to the local people, the Tathali region has around 3,000 ropenis of public land. The municipality chief says 15% of the total public land in the region have already been encroached by alleged land mafias.
And those are our latest headlines for this hour. Our next English bulletin will air at 11 a.m. Stay with us for more news and entertainment on KTV HD. Have a great day ahead.